The payment function is live.
Excellent work. The 2026 update is fully operational.
Have you ever had one of those amazing app ideas, right? But then it just fades away because you think, I'm not a coder, or there's no way I can afford that. Well, we're about to dive into how Pi Network is totally flipping that script. Their latest App Studio updates are putting the power to build right back where it belongs, in your hands.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You get that lightning bolt of inspiration. An app that could solve a real problem or just be super fun or bring people together, and then bam, reality check. The old I can't code or I don't have the money thoughts creep in, and just like that, the dream is kind of dead in the water. But what if those barriers just vanished?
Okay, so this slide just nails it, right? It's the perfect before and after. Over on one side, you've got the old roadblocks, needing to be a coding genius and having a ton of cash just to get started. But on the other side, that's the new reality Pi is building, a world full of no-code tools. And get this, the actual freedom to just try things out. Let's dig into exactly how they're pulling this off.
All right, first things first, let's talk about the big one, the hurdle that stops most people, money. Pi is rolling out 2 brand new ways for you to build and tweak your app ideas without having to spend a single bit of your own pie. So how are they kicking this off? Well, it all starts with you, the community. Pi is launching this awesome app creation event. It's your chance to jump into the App Studio, check out what other pioneers are building, and give your honest feedback. They genuinely want to know what you think works and what could be even better. And, of course, there's a pretty sweet incentive. The first 1,000 pioneers who give solid, helpful feedback, not just spam, are going to get 5 Pi credits. Now, hold on. These aren't just regular Pi. These are special credits meant only for the App Studio. They're basically your seed money to cover the costs of building and launching your app. It's like they're directly investing in your ideas.
Okay, so you might be thinking, but what if I miss out on being in the first 1,000? Or what if I'm new and I haven't even migrated to mainnet yet? Are you just out of luck? Absolutely not. And that brings us to the second really cool way Pi is knocking down that cost barrier.
This is their new ad-supported option, and it's so clever. Here's how it works. You go in, you build your app, and you use whatever credits you have. But if your balance in the App Studio drops below 0.25 Pi, no problem. You just watch a quick ad, and boom, you can deploy your latest version for free. It's such a simple way to make sure everyone can keep building. Now, it's really important to understand what this ad feature is and what it isn't. It's basically a subsidy for creators, not a way to cover all the server costs. Think of it more like a community-funded grant. The whole point is to open the doors for more people, spark more creativity, and also, cleverly, to help prevent spam on the platform. Just keep in mind, this is a new feature, so it might change and evolve as we go. Okay, so, the money problem? Pretty much solved. But what about that other huge wall? The technical stuff. I mean, how on earth do you add something like payments to an app if you've never written a single line of code? Well, let's get into that right now. First up, let's get on the same page with a super important term, test Pi. The easiest way to think about it is like practice money or play money. It acts just like real Pi, but it has 0 real-world value. This is so important because it lets you and your users test out all the payment features in your app without any risk at all, long before you're dealing with actual mainnet Pi. I just love this quote from the Pi team because it really hits the nail on the head. Usually, adding payments to an app is, well, it's a nightmare. It's super complicated and you need some serious coding skills. But what they've done with the App Studio is take all that messy, complex stuff and just tucked it away behind a really simple, user-friendly process. And honestly, that's not an exaggeration. This is the real game changer. You don't need to know what an API is. You don't need to understand payment gateways. Get this. If you can just write a simple sentence describing what you want, you can add Pi payments to your app. It's that simple. Let me show you just how easy this is. Okay, so you open your app in the Pi browser. You see that button that says Customize with Pi AI? You click that. And then you just type. You could write something like, make a button that costs 1 test Pi to unlock the next level. Or even just add a Pi payment. That's it. The AI does all the heavy lifting. For anyone who isn't a coder, this is absolutely revolutionary.
All right, just a quick heads up on how this works right now. At the moment, these purchases are only for a single session. So what that means is if a user pays for something and then closes the app, that purchase won't be saved when they come back. But hey, this is just the beginning. They're building the foundation here for much more powerful permanent payment features that will work on the mainnet later on. So let's wrap our heads around this. The financial barrier, it's coming down. The technical wall, it's being torn apart. What this really means is that the power to actually create something, to build your idea, is finally truly being put right into your hands. So think about your brand new creator toolkit. What's in it? Well, you've got free ways to play around and experiment, thanks to ads and credits. You've got a ridiculously easy no-code way to add payments. And you've got a direct channel to the core team to give feedback and even get rewarded for it. The stage is literally set. All that's missing is you. So look, the old excuses, they're pretty much gone. The platform is here, your idea is just sitting there, waiting. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to build first? The tools are there. It's your move.